Hi, I'm Marissa Senior TAP Advocate.
And I'm Amy Major, a TAP Advocate. And we are here to introduce to you our Turning 18 videos. Tune into Cord so that we can explain some key ideas and scenarios that you'll have to consider as you turn 18 and gain independence.
Today's topic pertains to law and rights. You are now legally responsible for yourself. Remember when you had an issue and it was simply cleared up by your parents, grandparents, or legal guardians? Now that responsibility is up to you to solve those problems. Do you remember doing something bad that you might have gotten away with as a child? Now you must realize as an adult, now that you are 18, there are serious consequences and repercussions that can come with an action. As an adult, if you are charged with a crime, you are no longer charged as a minor. Since you are 18 years old, you are now a legal adult. There are also other important regulations you should know about, like
Selective Services. What is Selective Services? Selective Services is basically joining the military. If you are a male, you have to register for Selective Services when you turn 18. This is not a requirement for women. The reason this is a requirement for men is if ever we were at war and a draft was enacted. A draft would require any man over the age of 18 to go to the military and report for duty. Just because you have to register does not mean you would be forced to join the military. When a draft would be enacted, if a draft would be enacted, there are requirements the military will go through to determine whether or not you can serve in the military. Women are not required to do this at this point, but laws may change where women would have to register for Selective Services when they turn 18.
Speaking of registering for things, did you know that now that you are 18, you are able to choose if you want to register to vote? Regardless whether or not you have a disability, you can now have your voice be heard in town, state, and federal elections. If you are looking for any information on how to vote, you can visit us here at Cord, and we would be happy to help you to register to vote.
One other component of becoming an adult and turning 18 is signing up for jury duty. Now, just because you sign up for jury doesn't mean you would necessarily be selected, as it is a lottery system, but you need to know that you would qualify for jury duty. Requirements for jury duty include being a citizen of the United States, being a resident of Massachusetts, and being 18 years or older. Now that you turn 18, you can be called for a juror to a trial. What happens if you don't show up for that, though? First of all, you'll receive a letter in the mail if you are selected for jury duty. It will give you the date and the requirements for arriving to court to apply for jury duty. You then go through an interview process with the judge and the lawyers to determine if you're going to serve on that jury. If you fail to answer this summons, there is a fine associated with missing your date, and you could also potentially serve jail time. Now, if for some reason you cannot serve on the jury, whether it be disability, doctor's appointments, other engagements, you can go to the judge and you can communicate about why you would not be able to serve on that jury duty. The judge must determine whether or not you can or cannot serve for jury.
You may be disqualified from jury duty if you have a mental or physical disability that keeps you from serving. You'll need to get a note from a registered physician or a Christian Science practitioner stating the doctor's opinion that you can't serve. The letter should include the practitioner's letterhead, name, address, and title or degree, an explanation of the nature of your condition, the practitioner's opinion that the condition prevents you from serving jury duty, the practitioner's signature, the badge number on your summons. If you have a permanent medical condition or disability, your letter should also state that your condition is permanent and that you'll never be able to serve jury duty.
Once again, this is Amy Major, TAP Advocate.
And Marissa Senior TAP Advocate. Thank you for tuning in to our first video on turning 18. Keep tuning in for another edition of Turning 18 with Amy and Marissa. Have a great day, guys.